Some women don't just break limits, they completely destroy them. In this video, we'll show you 20 muscular women who shocked everyone with their unbelievable strength and jaw-dropping physiques. These are not your average fitness stories. These are women who pushed their bodies so far that the world couldn't stop talking about them. Tatiana Koshorina. She was born to lift the impossible, and Tatiana Koshorina proved it every time she stepped on the stage. This Russian weightlifter became a 5-time world champion, 8-time European champion, and even grabbed a silver medal at the 2012 Olympics. Before weightlifting categories were reorganized in 2018, she crushed records in the clean and jerk, snatch, and total, setting 23 senior world records in her career. Even today, she still owns the world record in the plus 87 kilogram division, showing the power she carried was unmatched. But her journey wasn't without setbacks. Back in 2006, Tatiana was suspended for 2 years after failing an anti-doping test. Yet when she returned, she made history with lifts that stunned the world. Alina Popa. Here's a story that might surprise you. Alina Popa, now known as one of the strongest women in bodybuilding, was born in a small Romanian town called Brăila in 1978. At just 12 years old, she stepped into the world of sports, starting with track and field to lose weight. But instead of staying slim, her body transformed into pure muscle, shaping her future in a way no one expected. After earning a bachelor's degree in English, she moved to the United States with one clear dream: to become a powerful female bodybuilder. And she did just that, proving that strength and beauty can live side by side in an incredible way. Alicia Young. What makes someone stand out in a world full of strong athletes? For Alicia Young, it was her rare mix of genetics, hard work, and unshakable dedication. When she first stepped on stage in 2008, her massive biceps and powerful frame caught attention instantly, even though her early contests didn't bring big wins. Instead of giving up, she treated every setback as a lesson, refining her body and performance until 2014, when she finally earned her pro card at the NPC USA Championships. That's when everyone realized how serious of a competitor she really was. What makes Alicia different is not just the hours she spends in the gym, but the fact that her body was naturally built for greatness. Her Instagram shows her incredible transformation, proving how much effort she's poured into the sport. She once said she's always had plenty of muscle, so she decided to use it, and that choice turned her into one of the most powerful female bodybuilders the world has ever seen.
Abby Stockton was called pudgy as a child, but Abby Stockton grew up to become a symbol of strength and beauty that shocked the world. Born in 1917 in Santa Monica, California, she never fit into the old rules that women should be soft and weak. While working as a telephone operator at 19, Abby noticed her body changing and she didn't like it. Her boyfriend, Les Stockton, a gymnast, encouraged her to try weightlifting, something unheard of for women in the 1930s. Instead of following the quiet path expected of her, Abby built both her strength and her confidence, showing the world that women could be powerful and still feminine. She wasn't just lifting weights, she was lifting barriers for generations of women to come.
Chen Wei-ling from Taiwan proved they can. Back in 2017, she stunned the world by deadlifting 396 pounds, beating the record by almost 10 pounds. In another jaw-dropping moment, her Instagram showed her squatting 407 pounds with knee wraps, making it look like child's play. What makes her even more legendary is that she holds 3 IPF world records in squat, deadlift, and total, along with multiple world championships. And her story doesn't end there. Chen competed in 3 Olympic Games and even brought home a gold medal at the 2008 Beijing Olympics after the original winners were disqualified for doping. She turned strength into history. Iris Kyle. Here's a story of true strength. Iris Kyle was born in 1974 in Benton Harbor, Michigan, as the fifth of 6 children, and from the start, she stood out. She went on to win an unbelievable 9 Miss Olympia titles, making her the greatest female bodybuilder in history. Her journey began when her family moved to Orange County, California, where she saw people living strong and healthy lives, and she promised herself that one day she would be even better. Iris, who can speak both German and Spanish, says her secret is simple: her faith in God. She starts every morning with prayer, takes Sundays to rest, and carries the discipline of bodybuilding like a mission, leaving behind a legacy that will be remembered for generations.
Bev Francis. She was born in 1955 in a small Australian city called Geelong, and from the very beginning, Bev Francis was full of energy. As a child, she trained in ballet for more than 10 years, then moved into sports like swimming, football, field hockey, and tennis. In university, she didn't slow down. She pushed herself into volleyball, rowing, and athletics, finally graduating with a bachelor's degree in 1976. Just a year later, Bev entered the world of powerlifting, where she became unstoppable, winning 6 championships. Her strength caught the eye of filmmaker George Butler, who gave her a role in the movie Pumping Iron 2: The Women in 1983. But back then, women in bodybuilding were judged not only on strength, but also on feminine beauty, and Bev struggled. She even went through surgeries and changes to fit these unfair standards, often sacrificing her natural build. Despite all this, she finally claimed the World Championship in 1987 by balancing her powerful physique with a more symmetrical look. Her story exposes a harsh truth. While women were forced to chase beauty and strength together, men in the same sport could simply show up looking rough and sweaty and still be celebrated as the strongest in the world. Anita Florczyk. She was just 16 when her journey to greatness began. Born in 1982 in the Polish town of Malbork, Anita Florczyk stepped into powerlifting and quickly shocked everyone by winning national championships again and again. By 2000, she was crowned European champion and soon became the first Polish woman to lift a massive 500 kilograms. Even after facing an unfair suspension from the national team, which the court later overturned, Anita didn't give up. She turned to strongwoman contests, and within a year, she was unstoppable, winning the world's strongest woman in Zambia and Europe's strongest woman in Ireland. Over time, she became a 4-time world champion and entered the Guinness World Records as the woman with the most victories in this competition. Her strength, resilience, and willpower made her more than just an athlete. She became a legend.
Robin Coleman. Here's a woman whose life sounds like an action movie. Robin Coleman didn't just act on TV. She lived a life packed with strength, talent, and passion. She was one of the first 6 women chosen for NBC's relaunch of American Gladiators, but that was only one part of her story. She trained in acting with the Screen Actors Guild, studied the Meissner method, and even performed improv comedy with the Groundlings. Robin made her film debut in 2009 in Tyler Perry's Medea Goes to Jail as Big Sal, but she also appeared in Days of Our Lives, VIP, and even worked as a stuntwoman in video games. Long before that, she proved her strength by placing 3rd in the very first World's Strongest Woman competition in Zambia in 2001. By 2006, she jumped into bodybuilding, winning her first novice class and nearly taking the heavyweight division. On top of that, she trained in boxing, mixed martial arts, and pro wrestling. But rowing is where her heart beats strongest. She's part of the Lions Rowing Club and California Yacht Club, competing in everything from Club 8s to single sculls. From stage to screen, from lifting weights to rowing waters, Robin Coleman is the kind of woman who shows just how much a single person can achieve when they refuse to stop. Natalia Kuznetsova. She's called the Russian Amazon, and once you see her, you'll know why.
Natalia Kuznetsova is the world's biggest female bodybuilder, standing 6 feet tall and weighing 225 pounds of pure muscle. Her journey started when she was just 14, and today she's a powerhouse with 18.5-inch biceps that look unreal. Natalia has crushed records in bench press, deadlift, and arm lifting, even pulling off a jaw-dropping 530-pound deadlift. At only 28, she's already a European champion and still chasing more titles. She's been open about using steroids and estrogen blockers to shape her body, but one thing is clear: her strength and determination make her one of the most unstoppable women in the bodybuilding world. Here's a woman whose strength sounds almost unreal. Donna Moore has been crowned the world's strongest woman 3 times, making her one of the greatest champions in the sport. People call her the Queen of the Vikings, not just for her raw power, but also because she's from Yorkshire in England, a place once ruled by Vikings, and many there still carry that ancestry. Donna's massive strength almost feels like a living reminder of that history. But behind her legendary victories is years of relentless training. And though her training partner Gary Gardner encouraged her to step into the world of strong woman competitions, Donna herself pushed through the pain, the struggle, and the discipline to become the unstoppable force we know today. Ji-Yen Wu. From a shy and anxious little girl to a world-class bodybuilder, Ji-Yen Wu's journey is nothing short of powerful. As a child, she struggled with social anxiety and often saw herself as weak and fragile. But everything began to change when, at just 12 years old, she stepped into a gym hoping to build confidence. What started as a way to fight her fears soon revealed her natural talent for bodybuilding. By 26, her impressive physique caught the attention of a friend who encouraged her to compete. And in 2010, she entered her first contest in the 52-kilogram class at the Korea YMCA. The thrill of competition lit a fire in her, and soon she began training with legendary coach Chris Cormier, pushing her limits like never before. Her hard work paid off when she made history by winning the Arnold Classic Europe in the women's physique category and earning her IFBB Pro card, becoming the first Korean athlete ever to achieve this milestone.
Yakseni Oriken. Here's a story of a woman who turned strength into history. Yakseni Oriken started out as a model and actress, but her life took a sudden turn toward bodybuilding. By the age of 28, she had already stepped into the professional stage, and from that moment, she never looked back. She shocked the world by winning her very first competition in the Venezuelan Nationals back in 1993, and in the same year, she grabbed 4 more titles. That success gave her the pro card she needed to chase bigger dreams in the United States. Known as the Yaxenager, she became Venezuela's most accomplished female bodybuilder, earning 5 Miss International Championships and even the Miss Olympia crown in 2005. Today, after more than 20 years in the game, Yakseni lives in Miami, runs her own gym, and guides others as a personal trainer and fitness nutritionist, still proving that her passion for strength has no limits. Jan Todd. Back in the 1970s, when women were hardly seen lifting heavy weights, Jan Todd stepped into the gym and changed everything. She wasn't just lifting barbells, she was breaking barriers. Soon, newspapers and athletes everywhere were calling her the strongest woman in the world. Over time, she set more than 60 national and world records, spent over 10 years in the Guinness Book of Records, and earned her place in the National Fitness Hall of Fame. But Jan wasn't only about strength. She fought to make sure women could compete fairly in powerlifting by pushing for official rules and supporting drug testing for both men and women. Today, she continues her legacy, not on the stage, but as a respected sports historian and co-director at the University of Texas, where her work keeps inspiring new generations.
Judy Glennie. She was told weightlifting wasn't for women, but Judy Glennie never listened to that. From a young age, she loved testing her strength, even when it was considered unusual for girls. When she first stepped into a gym, her job was only to clean the weight room, a task meant to keep her away from the barbell. But Judy's determination was stronger than stereotypes. With the help of Gary Glennie, who later became her husband, she learned the techniques and quickly discovered she had real talent. She didn't just settle for light training. She wanted to do the Olympic lifts, the ones that demanded raw strength, power, and flexibility. Judy became one of the first women to lift a barbell above her head, and from there, she broke barriers, winning 4 national championships and paving the way for women's weightlifting around the world. Christy Hawkins. Here's a story that proves strength isn't just about muscle. Christy Hawkins is not only one of the strongest female powerlifters in the world, but she's also a brilliant chemical engineer with a PhD from Caltech. Back in high school, Christy battled weight problems, first being overweight and later struggling with anorexia. That's when she joined a gym, started cardio, and then discovered her true passion, lifting heavy. Standing at 5'4" and weighing 135 pounds of pure muscle, this Texas-born powerhouse turned her struggles into fuel for greatness. She even placed 7th at Miss Olympia in 2009, all while running her own chemical engineering firm. Christy's story shows that her greatest strength isn't just her body, but the discipline and determination that built both her mind and muscles. Kim Chizevsky. She was born in 1968 in a small town in Illinois, but Kim Chizevsky's story turned into something much bigger. In high school, she was a powerhouse, running, throwing shot put and discus, flying in the long jump, and even joining basketball, volleyball, and cheerleading. Later, at Southern Illinois University, she studied paralegal work, danced on the college team, and took aerobics classes. That's where a friend encouraged her to try bodybuilding. And from that moment, her life changed. Standing 5'8" tall, her body transformed with years of training, and by 1997, she stepped on the Miss Olympia stage at 157 pounds of pure muscle. She became the Miss Olympia champion in 1999, but not long after, Kim walked away. According to Bill Dobbins, the IFBB wanted women to look less muscular and more feminine, and Kim refused to change who she was. By 2001, she left much of her muscle behind and tried her hand at fitness and figure contests, facing both wins and struggles. But her name was already written in bodybuilding history. Julia Vince. Here's a girl who shocked everyone with her strength and beauty at the same time. Julia Vince, better known as the Muscle Barbie, first stepped into the gym at just 15 years old to build confidence and improve her fitness. A coach quickly noticed her raw power and pushed her toward weightlifting, and she never looked back. Despite facing struggles at home, she stayed focused on her studies and even dreamed of becoming a lawyer, all while balancing her passion for the gym during school hours. People gave her the nickname Muscle Barbie because of her doll-like face paired with her unbelievable strength. But Julia proved she's more than a label. She's an inspiration. These were 20 muscular women who proved just how far strength can go. Some inspired millions, while others shocked the world with their extreme transformations. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories.